Hey guys, welcome back. Glad to see you. I'm Sonic Base. Icebergs, glaciers, liquid nitrogen, and even the cold chill of space itself are all undeniably cool. But yet, somehow, Shadow the Hedgehog is still the coolest. Why is that? Why is this edgy, gun-wielding, motorcycle-driving hedgehog with red streaks and rocket shoes in which he skates on considered cool? Because all those things are fucking badass. If you look up cool in the dictionary, you're gonna see the most badass picture of Shadow the Hedgehog you've ever seen in your entire life. Everything about him is just awesome. From his design to his backstory, all the way down to his voice, in which, just like Sonic, has changed quite a bit throughout the years. You know, maybe not as many times as Sonic, but still a really good amount. So how do they stack up against each other? Well, let's talk about it. Well, we're starting off with Koji Yusa, and much like Junichi Kanemaru, Koji has been the one and only Japanese voice of Shadow since 2001. Holy shit, Japan is just built different. I'm really a big fan of his voice. I think it really fits Shadow's attitude and demeanor, but just like Junichi, I have not played a Sonic game in full Japanese ever, so I can't really fully appreciate it. Hopefully one day I'll actually commit and play a Sonic game in full Japanese so I can really take in all the voices, because I do think the Japanese voice cast has done a phenomenal job for a really long amount of time, and I'm just really excited to one day experience that all the way through. Do you guys have any recommendations on which one I should play first in Japanese, or does it really matter? Let me know. Moving on to David Humphrey. David voiced Shadow from 2001 to 2004, obviously starting with Sonic Adventure 2, Shadow's first appearance, and you know, for his first appearance and for his first voice, I really like David Humphrey.
It all starts with this. A jewel containing the ultimate power. My name is Shadow. I'm the world's ultimate life form. There's no time for games. Farewell.
He does a great job. I like how it's much more quiet and mysterious instead of loud and just full-on angry all the time. It's a really nice touch. If he was still the main voice of Shadow, I don't think I would ever be upset with that. I think that he did a really good version. And after that, we had Ryan Drummond. Some people may not know, but Ryan actually had to fill in for David in the Final Hazard boss fight, and he does a really solid job. I don't know if I would have noticed as a kid, but now comparing them...
He's still very powerful. What kind of monster is this? How are you doing, Sonic? The red swelling may be a weak spot. Sonic! Aim for it! Sonic, what are you doing? You're almost out of rings. Switch places with me.
No, I definitely hear a difference, and I prefer David. Still not bad at all, just he definitely has more of like a growl in it, you know? I think if he started out voicing him, and that was the only voice I had known, I wouldn't have any issue with it. Moving down to Jason Griffith from 2005 to 2010. Jason took over along with the rest of the 4Kids cast in 2005. I wasn't overly impressed at first. I think Shadow came in around season 2. I was not a big fan of his voice.
Good evening. I must say it's a pleasure to finally meet you face to face, Sonic. We do look alike.
By the time I got to Shadow the Hedgehog, he really started to grow on me.
I'm Shadow the Hedgehog, and I made a promise that I intend to keep. With the power of these emeralds, Black Doom and his army are finished. This is who I am.
Which, by the way, I'm oddly nostalgic for Shadow the Hedgehog. I haven't played that game in years. I have a physical copy of it for GameCube, but it unfortunately is hella broken, so maybe it's just not meant to be. Rest in peace, sweet prince. Anyways, I'm talking about voices, right? Jason Griffith, yeah, no, I really do like him quite a bit, and not to jump the shark, but he is my favorite Shadow voice, actually. To me, it was just the perfect Shadow voice, especially by the time we got to Sonic 06.
We expect an immediate rescue. Shadow the Hedgehog.
Understood. Initiating the mission now. This is the distant future, far removed from our own timeline. You need a space-time rift, but this requires a lot of energy. I see. You mean using your chaos control will... Yes, but that alone is insufficient.
Man, I love his performance in that game. So, you know, that's just another good thing about Sonic 06. Against all of the thousands of bad things about it. Still love that game. Well, moving on, we had Kirk Thornton, who took over in 2010 and has been voicing him since. The first time I heard Kirk as Shadow was, I think, in Sonic Generations back in 2011. Oh god, I'm old. Anyways, it was just for like this one line of dialogue, and
You've got this, Sonic.
yeah, I didn't like that at all. You know, I was pretty upset actually. I really just missed Jason, but after that, I didn't really hear Shadow talk much, like at all. I never played any of the Sonic Boom games, and I heard him in the Sonic Boom show. I thought he was fine.
Pathetic. Even with all this help, you still couldn't defeat Sonic.
I didn't have any strong opinions one way or another. Until that Dark Beginnings teaser.
I should be the key to all manner of medicines. Curing you.
Holy shit, I have such faith that he's going to do such a good job in Sonic Shadow Generations. I just know it. I feel like I read somewhere that he didn't know Shadow's backstory until this game, so he knew nothing about the character and his motivations, which is like the absolute biggest part about Shadow. He's like one of the most well-known backstories of any Sonic character, and I can't imagine how hard it was to find the right voice without trying to imitate everyone that came before him. Anyways, I can't wait to hear him in the full Dark Beginnings series, and maybe I'll do a reaction to that. Would you guys watch that? Let me know in the comments. I don't know.
I'll handle this. Just wait here. I'll be back. I promise.
Well, we just have one more, and it's Ian Hanlon from Sonic Prime, and I may have been just a little bit too harsh on Devin Mack in that last video. I do think he does a really good job as Sonic, I won't lie, but Ian as Shadow is so fucking impressive. I wouldn't mind if he took over voicing him full-time in all the video games and any other Sonic media we got. He does that good of a job.
They're air shoes. What did you do?
What did I do? Eggman's the bad guy, remember?
You literally shook the world. You need to stop, Sonic. And listen for once.
Most of Shadow's writing and characterization is really spot on too. I don't know why I like this version of him so much. I just think he's oddly well spoken and isn't overly edgy and isn't just flat out mean. He actually has motivations and I really like it. I don't know how they got his character so spot on and messed up Sonic so badly.
9 is out there, hiding in one of the shatter spaces. That explains why he wasn't able to rebuild the prism.
You've brought us far enough. I'll take it from here.
Well, anyways, I guess to rank it, I'm not going to rank Koji because I haven't heard him enough, but then it would be Jason, Ian, Kirk, David, and Ryan. But really, I like everyone here, genuinely, and I'm really excited to see what Keanu brings to the table. I think he'll do a really good job, and maybe I'll do an update video once that movie's out, but until then, subscribe so you don't miss it, and that's all for now. I'm Sonic Base, have a great night. Keanu doesn't say I'm the coolest, I'm going to riot, though, I'm not going to lie.